everyone knows Old Town San Diego is a wonderful place to get Mexican food and great souvenirs, but did you know that it is also a hub of paranormal activity?
Hey everyone, I'm really excited here at Old Town Cemetery. I am waiting for noted paranormal psychologist Wilma Vanderbrook. We're going to talk about what makes this cemetery so very special.
Hey everyone, this is Wilma. Wilma, say hi to everyone.
Hi.
So Wilma, I had some questions about this lovely graveyard. Namely, can you explain why there are fences around so many of the graves?
That's an excellent question. These fences were made obviously, long after the people died, and they're salt built into the posts.
Salt? Why?
Yes.
Can you tell me why salt?
We've had so much paranormal activity here, and as you probably know, salt prevents the spirits from leaving whatever space is surrounded with salt. So now when a spirit is conjured or is motivated to leave the grave, it can no longer exit this gated area.
Interesting. Now, I'm a little concerned because I notice here in the back, there's rather a large gap from the ground to the bottom of the fence. Can you tell me, is that something I should be worried about? A ghost crawling under the fence and escaping?
That's a really excellent observation. It's a little known fact that actually ghosts hover about 6 inches above the ground. They cannot get any lower than that. It combined with that fact, they lose a lot of brain cells in the whole death process. So they're not able to really even understand that they're capable of doing that.
Fascinating. So I have a couple of follow-up questions. I'd say, I know I've definitely seen in the movies ghosts crawling, like on the ceiling, on the walls.
Oh, yeah.
So you're saying that's not an actual thing?
It's totally Hollywood. I mean, it's just, it's so Hollywood. You see those things, but it's not true at all. It's just this exaggerated for Hollywood's sake.
Gotcha. And you say, but that's something that potentially a ghost could do if it was intelligent enough? Say Einstein's ghost might figure out how to crawl?
You're exactly right. I mean, it's not unheard of, but it's very rare. But, a little tidbit is that even Einstein's ghost hasn't figured it out. We've never seen a reoccurrence, and he sure could have a bone to pick. The verdict's out on Stephen Hawking,
Okay, so now that Stephen Hawking is dead, you're expecting him to come back? Or you're saying he and Einstein have a beef to pick with each other?
No. That was confusing. I'm sorry. No, I just mean that, Stephen Hawking, he has a bone to pick with a lot of these climate change deniers. And so if there was to be a genius that was going to want to come back, I would think he would be one of them. And we just haven't seen him materialize since his death.
Wilma, why don't we see fences around graves nowadays? If this is the latest salt ghost protection technology, why do we not use this?
Well, another great question. I mean, nowadays, when people are concerned about a ghost coming back, a lot of people are being cremated. And what they do is they actually mix the salt in with the ashes. I don't personally condone it, but that a lot of people have been doing that, and a lot of crematoriums do it without even people knowing, without family knowledge.
That's interesting. Now, can you elaborate on why you don't condone the mixing of salt with ashes?
It's torture.
Really?
It is painful when the spirit tries to emerge, and it comes in contact with salt. It is deep pain that they feel, and I feel like these spirits don't deserve that type of agony when they're already dead.
I have another question. As I'm looking at this grave here, I'm noticing a lot of these small graves don't have fences, and I'm a little concerned, especially with Halloween right around the corner. Can you explain why these graves don't have fences?
You know what? All I can surmise, and from my knowledge of paranormal psychiatry, of which I'm obviously an expert, they don't pose a threat. So if it was an infant or someone not of consequence, they wouldn't be concerned with them coming back. There was no need to prevent it. So
even in an old grave like this where there wouldn't be salt mixed with ashes, if there's no fence, we have nothing to fear.
Exactly. Spirits are among us all the time, We don't fear them. It's this idea in our heads that we have, or perhaps ones that someone might have a beef with.
Okay, thank you so much, Wilma, for coming and illuminating me and my viewers about this lovely graveyard in Old Town. it's just in time for Halloween. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
It was my pleasure. I've had a great time being here with you today. Oh shit, what was that?